just want to read something that I've written. It's called Mansion Road, and this is how it goes. I live in a tiny space, quite comfortably, in the most lucrative shoebox, with a cat in my company, and birds that visit often. My neighbors live the same. It's more than enough for them and myself to keep us content. And when the walls feel small, I go outside and stretch my legs. We've got great long sidewalks for that run and bend throughout the entire neighborhood, lining both sides of every street. Sneakers on feet, I go for a walk and travel where the road takes me. On the way there's squirrels and worms, of which I take note as I pass by. All kinds of weather we get here. Some days rain, some days shine. Some days I'll put on sunglasses to protect my eyes. On others overcast, and the clouds give me natural shade. It's a woodland area with an orchard nearby. I'll usually tour past it, headed toward the houses on the other side. On the other side of the orchard, though, the houses are not like mine. They're much larger in value and in size, more like mansions, built to fit great people inside. A great person. What factor does decide? They're no taller. Their hands may even be smaller than mine. Yet all this great space in which they reside, could they possibly be more a person than I? They must be. Heads too big, or bodies too fat. Suppose they couldn't squeeze their worth into my tiny house, even if they tried. Surely that's why their houses are all 3+ floors, most of them high on a hill. Up there the air is thinner, and they're much less disturbed by someone like me when I walk past below. The rich guilt comes wafting down, pumping my lungs. It causes a bead of sweat roll down the spine, or exuded dampness that drip down the forehead. Today's not even particularly hot. Still, I'm staring up at them through high-up glass windows as they look down on me, on my walk, on their street. And suddenly, I feel a certain urge that curates in my stomach and quickens the pace of my feet. I'm not violent. I don't think many of us naturally are. But why, so passionately, do I feel not a desire, but a duty to kick down their door with a gun in my hand? Truly, I want nothing from them. And I suppose that's the point. I don't need anything that they have. No one does. Yet I see myself breaking and entering, maybe burning who's to say they'd even try? If it meant kicking off their slippers and taking off their robe. No. I suppose even so, they'd just sit back and wait for the ransom. Sure, they'd be easily able to meet my demand. But that's not how it would go. 'Cause I wouldn't have it. I don't want their money. Purposefully, I'd name a price so high that even as rich as they are, they still couldn't pay it. That number would be disgustingly large. I'd make it that way. So for once, they'd feel like me and come up just short. Now it's I who has more. It's how I feel every day. But no, this is just a fantasy. I know I could never. Not for their sake, but for the kids. Don't deserve it. They didn't choose such a privileged life. In the big house at the top of the street, they inherited it by no fault of their own. Though when they grow up and come into their own fortune, I'm sure I'll see some of them the same way now that I do their parents. I'll be old then. Maybe my legs won't even work to go on these walks. Then I'll just sit home, comfy with the cat, as the birds come to visit, in my lucrative shoebox. When these fantasies